This is Hannibal here from the HannibalTV.com in the middle of another blizzard here in Ottawa, Canada, for a daily wrestling news update for you. Lots of news going on. The NXT rating was up this week, 0.16, which is pretty good. Apparently, although WWE hasn't sold to Saudi Arabia yet, according to Dave Meltzer, there's definitely smoke to that fire, and they're definitely looking to sell in the next 6 months or so. According to the WWE's recent SEC filing, 3 board members quit when Vince McMahon returned to the company. And it also came out in that filing that Shane McMahon made $828,000 in 2022 with the WWE. As far as if WWE sells to Saudi Arabia, ever since WWE went corporate back in like 99, it's been getting worse and worse every year. We've been in the corporate era of WWE. So the company going back private again would be a good thing. It sucks as corporate. They have to have like 30% of champions, ethnic champions, rather than just the best being champions. It has to be such a corporate product, which wrestling was always better when it was not corporate. So I don't see it being a bad thing if it goes private again. And I hope it does, because as far as the corporate version of WWE, they hate me. So, and as far as Stephanie McMahon, according to Wrestling Observer, it looks like she's probably out for good. He didn't address the rumors of Triple H and Stephanie, although he did say he's heard of these rumors, and nothing's for sure with Triple H, whether he'll be there in the long run or not. But for now, he's definitely still there. If they do make a deal with Saudi Arabia, because they're a publicly traded company, they couldn't keep it on the stock market if a deal was made. So they can't do a secret deal. Apparently, Tony Khan is a great boss to work for, by the way. Say what you want about his hiring policies. For instance, Chris Masters was in the crowd at Dynamite last night, which, by the way, Sasha Banks, as I already previously reported, didn't end up debuting. Doesn't look like she's going to AEW. But like Chris Masters would be a so much better hire than so many of these no names they've hired in recent years. But Chris Masters is in the crowd. But apparently Tony Khan has given FTR the next 2+ months off. Their contract ends at the end of April. What a great boss. Yeah, take 2 months off. Just sit at home and take your pay. Oh, man, he'd be amazing to work for. But I guess because FTR has said they want Punk back, he's probably trying to keep the locker room less controversial, because apparently there were people upset that they had said they wanted Punk back. Dana White has said there's no excuse for his slapping of his wife incident, and it's something that he's going to live with the rest of his life. But it looks like not only is the UFC going forward, but the Power Slap League doesn't look like the TV deal has been stopped or anything. And as I've said, I am it's like a sideshow thing. I don't agree with Power Slap, with the Power Slap League. I don't think it's something that's good for humanity. I don't think, with all we know about concussions, that people should be taking unprotected shots to the head for people's entertainment. I don't like how kids in schools will undoubtedly copy this type of behavior. I don't think it's a good thing, but I don't think it's going to last because once you see it a few times, it's kind of like a sideshow thing. I mean, it gets boring to watch to me. But yeah, it's still going forward, and that's pretty much the news for now. But yeah, I don't see anything bad about WWE becoming a private company again. If Vince McMahon is making the deal, he will probably still be running the company. And again, he is chairman again, at least for a while after it's sold. And Triple H's booking sucks. It really did suck. So you guys can say what you want. The ratings of Raw haven't been great, and the Raw show has been practically unwatchable. The only people that have boycotted Saudi Arabia are Sami Zayn because of his Syrian descent. He's not allowed to go to Saudi Arabia. MVP can't go to Saudi Arabia because he converted from Muslim to an atheist, and that's punishable by death offense there. And Kevin Owens hasn't gone to Saudi Arabia. So those three may have an issue with it being sold. But other than that, other than the first time they went to Saudi Arabia, no one's really complained about them going to Saudi Arabia. I don't think there'd be a big backlash. Dangerous Sauce says WWE sucks. Yes, it does suck. It really does suck. So if it's this bad now, like, and it's, as someone says, it's a garbage product for most of us. So why would it be a bad thing if it's owned privately? Maybe if it gets corporate, the product would be better. Rickety says Master Lock Masters. Yeah, Jinder Mahal was back on NXT. I guess he was demoted to NXT, but ratings were up for him on NXT. And somebody commented yesterday where I said that, by the way, like this is Triple H booking. Make Jinder Mahal a champion and then go to a big stadium show in India. And then Triple H, who's not even wrestling full time, beats Jinder Mahal after his big push. And someone said, wow, well, how did that affect his push? Well, that was the beginning of the end. That was the beginning of the end for Jinder Mahal. Because he was never pushed as hard after that, and now he's back on NXT. But I wish him the best. We used to be close friends. I haven't talked to him in years. He actually did his WWE tryout right after the one I got hired from because he saw that I got hired from my tryout. And back in those days, you actually had to pay $1,000 fee to do the tryouts. Mop Shop. Yes, I did see the Power Slap Rules video narrated by Dana on the UFC channel. So obviously it's already started to blow over with Dana, but I'm watching it and it's just like, this is not good for the brain. This is not good for people's brains taking these hits unprotected. And I think they mentioned in that Power Slap League video, these are like the toughest people. It's also the dumbest people. To take unprotected hits to the head, you're losing brain cells. Anyways, I just don't like it for that reason. I think it's taking advantage of people that want to get famous so badly they're willing to take unprotected hits to the head. Yes, MMA and boxing and even wrestling will affect you concussion-wise, but at least you have a chance to protect yourself. And in wrestling, you have the choice whether to put your hands up or not on chair shots. Yeah, I'm an idiot. I didn't do it for most of the ones I took. But Power Slap just seems like terrible for people's health. DK says people are worried about the content changes, like more censorship for their WWE network content. I think there would be less censorship because it's private instead of corporate. They have less people to answer to. King of Hugo Mondo says he doesn't care anymore about WWE because he says AEW has been putting out good shows, and he agrees Triple H is shit as Booker. And Triple H has only made Booker because he's married to Stephanie McMahon. He politicked his way into his positions. If he hadn't been married to Stephanie, he would never have the power that he's had. Hello to Keith from North Carolina. Rickety, no, Stephanie's gone. Triple H is still there. But Stephanie's gone. Keith agrees it does suck. King, I don't think if Saudi Arabia having a company based in the U.S., they would still have offices in the U.S. I don't think they would just go on and fire or release everybody that's gay or has conflicting policies to Saudi Arabia, which I don't agree with their human rights stances. But they're not going to. It would make themselves look so bad and be so horrible if they just got rid of all those people. Will they ever wrestle in Saudi Arabia? No, probably not, because I think gay is punishable by death there. But they're not just going to like fire every gay person on their roster because the backlash would be horrible. And it would Sonya make any difference to WWE's ratings if she's there or not? Would Sami Zayn make any difference to WWE's ratings if they're there or not? No. The average person on the street has no idea who those two people are. Rickardy says, very funny guy, Jinder. Jay, I'm not sure about that. So the terrorists are baby faces now. Crazy dude. I don't know if the Saudi Arabia people were terrorists. I don't think Osama bin Laden was from there. I don't think you could lump every area of people that wear the sheiks outfits racist, but they do have terrible human rights policies there. But the company sucks, and it sucks ever since it's been corporate. So from an entertainment standpoint, I'd rather see it sold and be taken back private, because it had, if you look from 1999 on, when they went corporate, it's been less and less entertaining. DK says Sonya is already a jobber now. Somebody says they will more than likely just finance the company and not so much be involved in creative. You never know. All I know is I can't even watch the 3-minute highlight video now. And they hate me now. So I don't see any change being bad, to be perfectly honest with you. And it gives us more news to talk about. Triple H taking over, that's been boring. Yes, he brought back Bo Dallas. Woohoo. He brought back whoever that idiot was that did the dive and missed everybody. Then they all did the phantom bump. He's brought back a lot of people no one ever cared about. I know that pleases the smart mark, so they love Triple H. But the fact is, he's making WWE into NXT. So there you go. Have a great afternoon. I got to go to the gym in a few minutes.
Thank you for watching the Hannibal TV. Please like this video if you enjoyed it, and click the subscribe button to not miss any of our latest shoot interviews, match videos, or news updates. Follow us on Twitter